Hi there. I'll just turn the TV off. Okay. I just had a stoppage on this program in Mac 3. I'll try and come round here. You can see just here I had a stoppage at this point, and I guess I pressed the wrong button, and in resetting the button, the reset button, it started climbing into the side there. You can see it. This happens quite often. I have this problem, and the program will be going fine for some time, and then all of a sudden it will either miss steps or stop. The trigger in Mac 3 activates. I would like to ask any viewers that see this video if they could make any suggestions in this case about the program stopping all of a sudden. I've got an old computer running this. It's on its own. It's not hooked up to internet or anything, but it's an old desktop, HP desktop, and I don't know whether there's not enough memory in there or what have you. I thought it had stopped, but it hasn't. And the other thing that I'd like to ask, if anybody has any experience with CNC and programming, this code came from a Kanban program, CAD program, and the program, if you can look at the handle on the y-axis, it's like it has a pause in the revolution. I'm pretty sure that it shouldn't be like that. I feel that it should be a nice, smooth, continuous movement, and it's happening on all the axes. This is the z-axis up here, and it's doing the same thing. I don't know whether that has anything to do with the program stopping. I've had to do a lot of twigging on the actual program, because the program was made for a square block, and it had a multitude of passes with increment down to mill away most of the material. So there was about 72,000 lines. So what I did was I brought the program up, or the code up, in Notepad, and I worked from the end of the program back up to the final radius that was in the program, and at that point I deleted all the rest of the program up to the very top, except for the heading and the speed and feeds and what have you. And this is what I've come up with. So what I've been doing is I've been I took a 60 thou cut on this side. At the moment I'm doing a 40 thou cut. This one is a 40 thou cut, and I've got another 40 up here from where it stopped last time. So by the time it reaches 2.75 on the x-axis, it's going to start machining 80 thou. I'm doing this because the program takes so long. It takes hours to perform, and so I'm trying to cut the time down. I'm hoping that it's going to be okay with 80 thou cut when it reaches here, but I've done a lot of tweaking on it. I had to change the x-axis feed from plus to minus because it started to cut at this end, and that's dangerous because when it reaches down at this end, if that comes in too far, it's gonna break the nylon in the coupling down there. So I don't have a lot to spare. I've got about three revolutions before it hits the plate. So that's another problem that I've had, to make sure that it's at least if something happens, it's going to go in the right direction. So this is I just would like to see if I can rectify, or at least find out why this particular code is doing this, whether it's the program, Kanban program, something's been entered in, one of the boxes has been ticked, or whether it's Mac 3 program in the configuration screen. I'm not exactly sure. So this is where I've got to at the moment. Hopefully if I manage to machine this 80 thou off here up to this end, then I'll go back and it's a 50 thou feed for each line, so there's a 50 thou gap. What I'll do is I'll go back to the beginning again and then move the x-axis this way 25 thou, and then start the cut again, and that will eliminate some of the coarseness in the finish. It doesn't look too bad, it's just a little bit bumpy, coarse. So that's the idea at the moment. But if anybody can give me any information about why this is happening, I'd appreciate it. I'll just set this in the tripod and just hope that the program doesn't stop. Come on. There we go. I'll just leave that on for a while and you can see what's taking place. I have to stand here with the pause button on the hand control. I've got this hand control, just a cheapie that I bought, and it has a pause down here which stops any movement fairly quickly, because the rest of the stuff is over the other end of the shop. So if I didn't have this, I'd have to go rushing over there to stop the program or switch off the control. control box here. So I'll just sit and watch this here. It's not perfect. I would have liked there's a little bit of a ridge there where the different so it's not really a true radius in the sense that it's very close, but there's half and half. So I would have preferred to have got the program where it was, see now it stopped, oh no, where it started from this side and went right the way over in one continuous run. But I have to be happy with what I can get. The only programming I've done is in LazyCam, which comes with Mac 3, and that's just like 2.5 CAD. So it's okay for X and Y and Z progression down for flat plate and stuff like that. Anyway. I've got the feed, the Z-axis plunge at 2.5 feed, and the radius is at F6. That's another thing I had to play with the program. When I got it, it was 10 on the plunge down, F10 on the plunge down, and F30 on the radius, and I had to reduce the percentage in Mac 3 to get it even to cut slow enough. So that's another thing that I had to change in the program. So I'll leave the video going until, at least until we get to the extra material on here, in this area, all the way along, and see how it goes. See, it stopped. I've probably lost. I'm going to stop it. Oh, I can't. Oh boy, what is that? It wouldn't, when I pressed pause, it wouldn't stop. Oh dear. That's no good either. So I've got no emergency stop. That's the last thing I want, is it plunging down into the table. pressing the wrong. Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. I was pressing the spindle button. Yeah, don't get old. Getting close. I really will be glad when I can get this thing off the table and be able to do something different for a while. Another 150 thou and it will be reaching the extra material. That's a 1/4 inch ball nose carbide slot cutter, like 2 flutes. I think that's about it. There we go, it's taking a bigger cut now. So in actual fact, I'm now taking 80 thou, an 80 thou cut on the Z-axis with a 50 thou increment on the X-axis. pretty good, eh? I think so. Yeah. When I set this up, I got two Allen screws going down through there, 1032, I believe, or, yeah, 1032, with the T-nuts in the centre slot, and then I lined it up with the dial indicator on this face, this flat face along here. And then I got some adjustable parallels, I guess you'd call them. It's the this type of thing. I've got 4 of these. And what I did was, because the middle trough was finished to size, I got 2 of these and put them in at each end and spread them out so that they were making contact, nice and tight contact, and then I used some clamps to hold them, so it's not just the 2 socket screws, there's also each end there's 2 adjustable parallels that are in the trough, and that's helping to keep everything stable. These are really handy items. I've used them on quite a few different projects. They're very handy. They're handy on the surface table when you're measuring a slot. You know, a fairly big slot, so they're a good asset to the workshop. Well, so far so good. I guess you've on a bigger machine, this wouldn't take so long. You have to work around the type of machine that you're using, and this little baby mill is pretty pretty fragile when you're taking big cuts. Actually, I'm really quite impressed with the performance of this little mill. Okay, so I'll switch off now. I think you've seen what I'm doing and how things are going. I'll switch off, and once I get all this finished, I'll take another video. Thanks for watching. And if somebody can give me any information about the program or Mac 3 or what's taking place, that would be great. Thank you.